Hey everyone. So assuming you are doing your homework and you're watching all the tutorials, you may be wondering, how do I actually submit my homework assignments? And that is a valid question, and that's what we're going to be covering in this video. So for this class, unless you find a better solution that you wish to use, in which case you can email me about that, we're going to be uploading all the playable Unity content onto Simmer.io, which is this website. This isn't my website or anything, but it's basically a place for indie game developers, you could read all about it right here, to share all their Unity games. And it's basically like a one-click drag and drop, and it'll upload your game files, and it will produce like a playable demo. And yeah, so basically it all comes down to, I don't want to have to download a bunch of zipped files, drag them into Unity, and then play them. That would just take a long time, and it's important that you know how to upload your games anyways. So that's what we're gonna do. So that way, when I have to grade your homework, I can just click play and then see how it works. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. This is a sneak peek at your homework, by the way. Back in here, this is also a sneak peek at your homework, but disregard that. Let's say you want to upload this file. Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go to File. You're going to go Build, Settings. A build is basically just all the stuff in your Unity editor just compiled together to make your game run. You're going to make sure WebGL is selected. Basically, the platform is what you play your game on. WebGL is basically like it's settings to make your game run inside a browser. Okay. By default, your scene might not be in your build. You can click Add Open Scenes, and it'll add this scene to your build. Make sure WebGL is selected, and then you can hit Build. But before you hit that, we need to make sure one setting is selected. In Unity versions 2020 and above, there's a setting you have to change to make sure Simmer works. If you go to, not Build Settings, if you go to Preferences, it's Player Settings, right? If you go to Edit, or Project Settings, I mean, Player, scroll down into Publishing Settings. This compression format, Simmer doesn't appreciate when your files are compressed like this, so you're going to disable compression for whenever we're building it in this way. Okay, and then you can exit that and it'll save it. And now we're going to go to Build Settings, make sure everything's good, and hit Build. It's going to ask you for a folder to put your build in. I think it's a good idea in your projects folder to add a folder called Builds, but you don't have to. Oops. But you don't have to do that, but I will. I'm going to call it Builds. And so that way, whenever I create different builds for this game, it'll end up in here. Select the folder. It'll do all its thing. It shouldn't take that long for small games. And now, if I click in Builds, I'll have this build right here. And that is actually, if we go back into Simmer, upload a game. You might have to make an account or connect your Google account, but that's simple enough. There's even a video on how to do this, but I figured I should upload something. We will go back into Builds, drag and drop. Oh yeah, you click and drag this right here, this Builds button. Oh, it's because I actually named it Builds. Build. That confused me. Okay, congratulations, your upload is pending. You can go ahead and give it a project name, a URL, and whatnot. But yeah, so game's moving around. Anyways, that's how that works. If you scroll down a little bit, you can make your game unlisted. Oh, I have to give it a name. Okay. Test. Good enough. Okay. And just like that, test is now live at the public URL. And with this link, you'll be able to see it in Canvas. And that is that for that tutorial. So if you have any questions, you can feel free to email me or look up more tutorials online.